Hey, it's Ron. Sorry about the stuffy nose, but yeah, watching the Kentucky game there. It's 12-12 right now, even first quarter still. While I'm doing that, I'm actually this is a Red Ring Xbox. Excuse me. It's already been sent back to Microsoft once. Hold on one moment. Okay, I'm back now. Clear my throat. They added a new, like whenever they do the Xbox, the Red Ring, when they send it in, they add a new expansion to the heatsink, I guess. They still have, this flat one here, but then if you look, this copper heat pipe, it leads up. That. I've only seen this on ones that's been repaired by Microsoft. On all the other ones, they just have, that one and then this one here. But on all the ones that have been repaired by, Xbox, Microsoft, whatever you want to call it, have this extra. And all it does is it just basically directs heat in a different location, basically, to get it kind of more in front of the fan, but still, where's that? Down there, it's on the floor. I ain't worried about it. Anyway, this is trying to remove the X clamps. I also did notice these right here. I haven't seen those on too many of the Xboxes besides the one that's been repaired. Where's my screwdriver? Here it is. You just got these little precision screwdrivers. Flathead. I've got this one already popped off. And basically, I just watched a video. And there, it kind of helped me, but he wasn't really, patient enough. Basically, you go between the actual bolt, as he called it, and the clamp itself with the.
We've just built a new plant to demonstrate how we can safely freeze out the CO2 from natural gas.
And that's one of them popped off right there.
It's one way that we're helping provide energy.
And that, after you get the two, try to do two on one side. Because after that, you can get, say, do the two here, and you'll get those two off fairly easy. All you have to do actually on that is just pull it off with your hand. That's basically the removal, and after you lift it up, there's the heatsink. There's the CPU. What I'm going to try to do is repaste it. Basically, I've got this right here, Manhattan thermal grease. Got up at work. Tube standard thermal grease. I did actually go up to O'Reilly Auto Parts, and I don't have the other end of it. There it is. Bought this right here. It was $3. Came with the bit that I needed. This torque gate here. That's the one you need for the actual 4 screws on the bottom where the actual X is on the casing. Those right there. Everything else is the other size, which is, I think, is a 10 or a 15. That one's an 8. This one is a 10. You need a 10 and an 8 to take everything off. Torque drives. You do have to take the ring of light off. And it has 3 actual holes, as you can see there, in the center at the bottom and up at the top. And the 2 at the top are visible, but to get to the 3rd one, you actually have to take this off. It's hidden underneath, and as you can see, the arrows right there. Basically, it's how it sits on. That means that's up. Basically, take a clip from the bottom, and then just pull that up, and then lift it off. That's fairly simple. Here's the actual heatsink itself. That's about all I have right now. I just have this. This is my actual screwdriver. It's a Black & Decker. Got it out of one of my toolkits. Alright, I'll catch you later. Hopefully it works. Alright, this is Ron again. Got these right here. When I took the actual X clamps off. There's there and there's that. That's what I was talking about. They actually, you can see the two. They're still the security screws, but they're just right there on top. It just leads up to there. It's just a heat pipe that they put through the center. I still hate that they use that cheap aluminum crap. I wish they would use straight copper, but with sodium in it, like CPUs and things like that. I know I hear everybody talking about put the washers on the bottom and to make it a tighter fit. Another thing you can try is actually on the X clamps whenever they come off. They're basically lifted up on the actual arms themselves. What you can do, gently, just bend it up a little bit on each side. I've already done it to this one, so I'm not really going to do much on it. Basically, that'll do a little bit more pressure. It's pretty simple to actually take it off. After I did the first one, the other one came off, a lot easier. What I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to take the CPU paste off. I recommend using, I don't know about this, but on computer CPUs, take the paste off when I repaste them. I actually use what's called Goo Gun. Just spray a little bit of that on like a paper towel. Just, like this here, just spray it on a paper towel. And actually just rub it onto there to get the grease off. After that, do that. And I don't really like getting my hands into the thermal paste because then I gotta go try to wash it off before it dries. So what I use is just a standard glove. These right here, got from work. They're too small for my hand, so what I do, I just cut the fingers off and just use it because that's all I'm going to use is just the fingertip. Please don't do any homo jokes on that one there, guys. Rubber glove and such. Anyways, I'll let you know how it works out. Hey, it's Ron again. I did get here's the Xbox put back together, the one that I was repasting in the last video. Well, I guess the same video because I'm only coming together. I don't know if you can see right there where the copper goes from copper to gray. That's a little bit of the heat paste. I just had some left over on my fingertip, and I just wiped it on there. Same thing with that right there. What I did was I didn't have the drive or the fan cover right here. I didn't have either one of those in, and I also had the fan unplugged. I was upstairs because my brother has my old Xbox, which has the 203 watt power supply that these need. Excuse me. And I unplugged the fan, powered it on with the AV and the power plugged in. I let it run until, it red ringed, immediately. I just kept letting it run until just the two lights were flashing, which means it's overheating. I went ahead and I let that do that for about a minute or less, 30 seconds to a minute. And then I went ahead and while it was still on, I plugged the fans in, which turned the fans on. They raised up to the RPMs higher than normal to cool it down. Then the fan shut off, and then the two lights were still flashing, basically. Pulled plier from the actual wall. I didn't unplug it from the Xbox, because in the old one, it's a little bit difficult to get off quickly. because you have to push the 2 buttons on the inside. On the sides of the cable to actually pull it out, because they'll snap in, where the new ones, they just kind of slide in. But what else is cool is in the, it's just the standard Xbox 360. Turned it back on, went straight up onto the screen, said the Xbox is overheated, was automatically shut off. It's like, okay, that's cool. I let it go in, and now it's, up into the actual Xbox screen. I'll put it back together, and then I'll link this next one up into there, and holler at you when I get done. Okay, it's on again. Got the Xbox heads. This one here, the top one. The one that I've been basically reheating, repasting. The bottom one, that one there, that's the one I drew mold the parts out in my other video. Basically what I'm going to do is, sorry I was out of breath, had to go up down the steps a bunch of times just now. If you've seen my other videos, seen me, I'm not really all that in shape. What? Yeah. Alright. I had it all back together, but I had to take it apart because I forgot to put that right there in.
You still need them? I just looked in that box and then I got them.
No,
Stars?
no, those are too big.
Too big?
Yeah, I already got the right ones up at O'Reilly's.
Yeah, I just thought about looking in that box and I had them in it.
Yeah, there it is. The overheating method for me worked.